All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started, we're going to turn to the east and give our praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakam.
We want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. The men that taught us the truth is 100% truth. The true way of worshiping the Heavenly Father and His Son. We want to say peace and salutation to you hopeful elect out there. Shalom. It's a GMS Memphis Precamp, back with another lesson. And we hope this camp lesson be edifying to the elect. So we're going to start off with Isaiah 58, verse 1.
This is Isaiah 58 and verse 1, and it reads, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet."
It said, cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Now the Lord has commanded His prophets to go out there on the highways and hedges and to cry out loud and spare not and lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Now I want you to go into the word cry in the etymology.
All right. This is cry in the online etymology, and it says mid-13th century. It says yell something out.
Now when you yell something, you speaking loudly. So the Lord has said, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. When you hear a trumpet is loud. So anyone in that area is going to hear that trumpet when it's being blown. So anyone who heard the voice of the prophets in the area, hey, they're gonna know what's going on. Keep going.
Yep, and it says beg. It says speak earnestly and loudly, advertise by calling out.
It said calling out. Now the Greek word for church, it means it goes into ecclesias. And ecclesias means to call out. Now we are the church, because the Lord is not dealing with temples made with hands. We are the lively stone. We make the church. So we are calling out to you Israelites to come into the Lord's house, that His house may be filled. Now go back to Isaiah 58 verse 1.
Come back in Isaiah 58 and verse 1. It reads, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins."
It says, show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin. That's a possessive pronoun. The Lord has a chosen people, and those chosen people is the house of Jacob. That's represent you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Hispanic. From so-called Negro all the way down to Issachar, you so-called Mexican. Y'all are the chosen people of the Lord. Y'all are the only one that can sin. Y'all are the only one that can transgress against His laws, because the laws was given to you. Give me Psalms 147, verse 19.
This is Psalms 147. Psalms 147 and verse 19. It says, He showeth His word unto Jacob.
It said He showeth His word unto Jacob. Jacob is you Israelites for a father. Keep going.
Yeah, and it says He showeth His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgments unto Israel.
He showeth His statutes and His judgment unto Israel. He didn't say Moab, the Chinese. He didn't say the Hamites, the so-called Africans. He said Israel. So you supposed to know the Lord's judgment. You supposed to know His laws, statutes, and commandments. Keep reading.
And it says in verse 20, He have not dealt so with any nation.
So He have not dealt so with any nation. The Lord is not fucking with these other nations out here. Only Israel. So when Israel go off, it's a punishment for them. Give me Amos 3 and 1. All right.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, hey, once again, he letting you know who he's speaking to. The children of Israel. Keep going.
And it says, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
Saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So throughout all these other nations that's on the earth, the Lord only knew Israel. He only revealed his laws, statutes, commandments, his judgment to Israel. Keep reading.
And if I may add, because that's just, that's beautiful, because he said against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. The Lord didn't deliver Moab out of Egypt. He didn't bring them through the Red Sea.
Exactly.
That was the children of Israel, man.
Exactly.
Yep. Finishing up in verse 2, it says, you only have I known of all families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities.
Iniquities is sin upon sin. So the Lord is going to punish you for all the sin that you commit on a day-to-day. Worshiping these pagan holidays. Worshiping these false gods. Following the ways of the heathen. The Lord going to punish you. So you can't do what these other nations be doing. Give me Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 3.
This is Ezekiel 2 and verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me.
So the Lord called you Israelite a rebellious nation that rebel against him. Keep going.
And it says, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me, they and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
And you Israelites, you are your forefather, coming back in the reincarnation, coming back in that same blood. The same spirits that was in the wilderness, man, bitching and rebelling against Aaron and Moses.
Yep.
Give me that in Exodus. We're gonna take a trip to memory lane. How y'all was in the wilderness. Give me Exodus 16 and I think it's 2.
Yeah, this is Exodus. Yep.
Reading the AMP.
AMP. All
Yeah.
right.
Because you Israelites, you always had that rebellious spirit. It don't matter how much the Lord do for you, you always seem to rebel against him.
Yep. This is Exodus 16 and verse 2 in the AMP.
Exodus, yeah.
Yeah, Exodus 16 and 2 in the AMP, which is the Amplified Version. It says the whole congregation of the Israelites grew discontented and murmured and rebelled against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
So you was unhappy, murmuring, bitching in the wilderness.
Yep.
Let's see why. Let's see why they were doing all this murmuring with all this discontent,
Yep.
being unhappy. Let's see why.
It says in verse 3, it says, and the Israelites said to them, would that we had died by the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Bashan. Salakia. I'm just read that again.
Just read it again.
Yeah, I'm reading it again. This is Exodus 16 and verse 2 in the AMP. And it says, and the Israelites said to them, would that we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the pots of meat and ate bread until we were full. For you have brought us out into the wilderness to kill this entire assembly with hunger.
So the Lord just delivered you Israelite from the hands of your oppressor, Pharaoh, the Egyptians. But here it is, up in the wilderness complaining, man, talking about, damn, we should have been smited with the Egyptian. Just for the Lord just to bring us in the wilderness, just to starve to death? Like the Lord just gonna leave you hungry. Like the Lord's not gonna feed you. Always complaining, murmuring. The Lord just delivered you. You just cried to the Lord about how Pharaoh and the Egyptian was oppressing you, and he delivered you. But soon you get delivered, you find some other reason to complain to the Lord and rebel against him. This is our people today. You just can't satisfy them. Go back to Ezekiel 2 and 3.
All right.
Like it don't matter how much love that the Lord showed to you Israelites. It's always going to be something. That's why it says in Malachi 1 and 2, the Lord has said, I have loved you, Jacob. But here you go saying, where then has thou loved us? How many times the Lord going to show you he loved you through his actions? Keep going.
Yeah, it says in Ezekiel 2 and verse 3, and it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Even to this following day, Jake's still rebelling against the Lord. Keep going.
It says in verse 4, it says, for they are imputed children.
It said they are imprudent, shameless. They don't have no shame of what they do. Keep going.
Yeah, and it says, for they are imputed children and stiff-hearted.
Stiff-hearted, stubborn, hard-headed, can't get right. No matter how much you tell them to do right, they still gonna choose to do wrong.
Yep.
Keep going.
And it says, I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them.
So this is what you shall say to them. Yep. Keep going.
Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel power.
See, this is what the Lord said. This ain't coming out our mouth. This is what the Lord said. Keep going.
Verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
So whether you going to hear this message from the Lord or whether you don't. Keep going.
For they are a rebellious house.
Again, you are a rebellious house. Keep going.
Yet shall know that there, yet, it says, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
So these words that we are speaking to you, when you start seeing all these prophecies, all these prophecies unfold right in front of your very eyes, you're going to know that a prophet been among you. Keep going.
And it says in verse 6, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them.
So the Lord telling Ezekiel, don't be afraid of them. Because Jake, man, hey, you got to watch him. Like, he'll come with the shit. Yep. Just because you just speaking the truth towards him.
Yep.
Keep going.
And it says, neither be afraid of their words.
Because Jake will threaten you. You get to cutting his ass with the scripture, telling him the truth. Man, not Jake want to get the one with you. Like, man, damn, I'm the messenger, bro. I'm just only telling you this is what the Lord said, man. Yeah. Why you trying to fight me? This is Jake. So don't be afraid of their threats. When they come with you, they might try to threaten you. This is what they were doing to the Lord when he was on the scene. The Lord was telling their ass off. Now they want to, man, stone them. Put them to death. But this is our people, though.
Yep. This is straight to the point. To go with what you were just making. The point you were just making. It says in Luke 10 and verse 16, he that heareth you heareth me.
So the person that heard the prophets heard the Lord, because we only speak in the words of the Lord.
Yep. And it says, he that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you
So the person that despised the prophets
despiseth me,
despised the Lord.
yep. And he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me.
So you despise the Heavenly Father. So man, think is the outcome going to be for you? Go back to this, right?
Going back to Ezekiel 2 and verse 6, and it says, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest well. And it says, and thou doest dwell among scorpions.
So not only you are rebellious, the Lord called you a scorpion. Like, damn, a scorpion is poisonous. I look up the meaning of a person that is a scorpion. It said vindictive. Now vindictive goes into a person that's seeking revenge, a malicious person that's trying to cause harm. Who that sound like? Jake. Jake always on some revenge type shit, trying to get the one on you.
Yeah.
This is our people.
Hey, that's the spirit too, because the scriptures say that that they rather not even come to the light because they deeds are evil.
Exactly.
So they know they're gonna get called out.
Exactly.
You know.
Keep going on there.
Yep. And it says and thou doest dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks.
So Jake gonna come up here mean mugging. So don't be dismayed of none of these things. This is what the Lord telling Ezekiel. And we coming in the same light of Ezekiel. So this referring to us too. Don't be dismayed of their looks. Keep going.
And it says, though they be a rebellious house.
Keep going.
Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them.
Yep.
And it says, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious.
So look how many times that the Lord called you rebellious. Like if you read that chapter, I think it's mentioned about 5 times. Let's go into that word rebellion. All right. Because when you rebel, you making war.
Yep. This is the word rebellion in an online etymology, and it reads, war waged against a government by some portion of its subjects. It says originally, especially against the Most High or church authority.
So you making war with the one who created you. Like, man, how dumb is that? How dumb does that sound? Give me Exodus 15 and 3. Like, man, you don't want to make war with the Lord. Come on, man.
Yep.
What's wrong with you?
This is Exodus 15 and verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war.
It said the Lord Yahweh. This is referring to the Heavenly Father.
The Lord Yahweh is his name.
Read it again.
This is Exodus 15 and verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name.
So the Heavenly Father, he is a man of war. Now, just as the Father is, so as his Son. Like Father, like Son. So Yahweh Shai, he's about that action. Like Jake like to say, I'm about that action. I want all the smoke. But do you really want the smoke when the Lord come? Do you really want that? Jake gonna be choking and shit. Can't handle that type of smoke. But this is who you playing with each and every day when you be out here sinning, celebrating these pagan holidays, worshiping these false gods. You playing with the Lord. Give me Jeremiah, I think this 15, yeah.
15.
No, 2 and 11.
Jeremiah 2.
Yeah, 2 and 11.
Because this is Jeremiah 2 and verse 11. It says in Jeremiah 2 and verse 11, hath the nation, it says, hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods.
So, see how these other nations change their gods. I'm up here at work, man. I see Elon Musk, man. That man pull out a whole blanket and just start praying to his God.
Yeah.
You know, these other nations, they hold dear to their gods. They ain't forsaking their gods for no goddamn Jesus Christ. Man, who the hell is that? When did Jesus ever deliver someone? But somehow, some way, you Jakes, you forsake your God for a God that don't even profit you. Keep reading.
Yep, and it says, but my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit.
So you change your glory for a God that don't even profit you. A God that ain't gonna even deliver you. A God that if you call on that God, nigga, you bound to die. You bound to get shot in the head calling on fucking Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Keep reading on it.
Yep, and it says in verse 12, it says, be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua.
Keep reading.
It says in verse 13, for my people have committed two evils.
You have committed two evils. What they do?
It says they have forsaken me.
They have forsaken the Lord. They have abandoned their power. Keep reading.
It says they have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
It said the fountain of living water. Scripture speak about he that believeth upon me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Yeah, and it says, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. So
they basically made their own cistern. A cistern is like a reservoir.
Yep.
That holds water. Matter of fact, get it.
It says, what is a cistern in the Bible? And it says in the Bible times, a cistern was an artificial reservoir that was dug into the earth or carved into rock for collecting and storing water.
So Jake made their own cistern. They got their own cistern where they can't even hold knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So here it is, man. They hearken to the wisdom of this world, but not knowing that the wisdom of this world is foolish. Not knowing that the wisdom of this world is not going to keep you stable when all hell break loose. But the whole time, bro, if you had a hearken to the Lord, you would have had the true knowledge and wisdom and understanding. But you forsaken that. Keep reading.
Yeah, it says in verse 14, Jeremiah 2 and verse 14, it says, is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant?
It says, is he a homeborn slave? It says, why is he spoiled?
Why is Jake so goddamn spoiled? You niggas the only nation that can turn a captivity into fun. You the only nation happy with being a slave. Man, I'm happy going to work. Man, what the hell? You happy paying bills. Working for master. Master, what you want, master? Clip your own brother just to be on top. Just to sit next to the white man. So which one you is? Is you a homeborn slave? A servant? Why Jake so spoiled? Why the Lord just said in Micah 2 and 10, depart from this place. This is not your rest. But the Lord got something coming to America. Give me 2nd Esdras 15:5. I think it's. Yeah.
2nd Esdras 15, verses 5 and 6. I'm starting verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world.
So the Lord's going to bring plagues upon the world. He's going to bring plagues to America. Keep going.
Yep, and it says the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
So the Lord's going to bring all of these scourges to America. Now all these are created for the wicked. Go to Sirach 40 and 9.
All right. Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach 40 and verse 9. It reads, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. Verse 10, these things are created for the wicked. These things are created for the wicked.
These things are created for the wicked. The ones that want to go off. The ones that want to follow the ways of America.
Yeah.
These things are created for you. Keep going.
And for their sakes came the flood.
Going back to the days of Noah. Everyone wanted to be given into their fleshly desire, their lust. Look what happened to them. That was an example. What not to live by.
Yep.
Don't be living by your flesh, because your flesh going to lead to death. What it says in the scriptures, I think in Romans 6 and 23, the wages of sin is death.
Yep.
So you sow to the flesh, and the reward you're gonna get is death.
Because scriptures say that too. There's a way to seem right unto a man, but
beautiful.
the end thereof is the ways of death.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Give me that in 2nd Ezra 15 and 26.
All right, 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 26. It reads, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai knoweth all of them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
So the Lord know each individual that be sinning, commit iniquity, sin upon sin, doing all your little dirty secrets in the dark, in the closet, thinking nobody don't see you. But the Lord see you. The Lord said his eyes are on the sinful kingdom.
Yep.
The angels is watching. So ain't nothing that you do in the dark that's not going to be brought to the light. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in verse 27, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for Yahweh Shai shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
So when these plagues come upon the earth, the Lord going to let you remain in it.
Yep.
And one of the biggest plagues they're going to come to America is that nuclear missile. So the Lord going to keep you here when America be destroyed. Let me go get Zechariah what that 13 and 8, 13 8.
This is Zechariah 13 and verse 8. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
It said 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. 2/3 of you Israelites are going to die. You're going to die on this side because you couldn't get right. You didn't want to listen. You're too hard-headed. You're too rebellious. So the Lord like, hey, man, hey, they ain't going to get it right on this side. The whole head is sick. So the only way to get them to get this message, they got to be reborn again. So he's going to leave you in the destruction that coming to America.
Yep, and it says, but the third shall be left therein.
That's the elect. The 144,000, the 1/3. So those going to be the ones that going to get it on this side. Give me that, thing. 2nd Ezra 9 and 22.
All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 22. And it reads, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
It said, let the multitude perish that was born in vain. 2/3 of you Israelites were born for vain on this side. You was born all for nothing. Just to eat a nuclear missile.
Yep.
Just to be eaten by a lion or a bear.
Yep.
Just to be gunned down or destroyed by all the plagues and the famine and the death that's coming to America. That's what you was created for.
Yeah, man. And if I may add, they was pretty much set up, you know what I'm saying, to strengthen our fear in Jacob's trouble when we see them get their ass handed to them.
Hey, man, beautiful.
You know?
Beautiful.
And it says in 2nd Ezra 9. Did I finish that off?
Yeah,
I'm still
9.
reading it. Yeah, I'm still reading.
Yeah, yeah.
2nd Ezra 9 and verse 22. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
And that grape is the elect. Those are the ones that the Lord has predestinated to get this message. Those are the ones that the Lord has chosen to receive salvation in the end. Give me that in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 7 and 16.
Jeremiah 7 and 16.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 7 and verse 16. And it says, therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry, nor prayer for them.
So the Lord said, don't pray for these people. Man, I ain't finna pray for no nigga. I ain't finna pray for no niggerette, no hood bitch trying to be like Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj, all these slutty assholes. I ain't praying for them niggas. I don't give a fuck if a whole lot of Jake get killed in a whole block. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be like, the water you how about Shimmy Abshai.
Yeah.
that made the world a little bit more better.
Yeah.
They ass gone.
Yep.
I ain't praying for you gremlins.
Yep.
You wanna be on demon time. So the Lord said, don't pray for them. Keep going.
Yep, and it says, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee.
The Lord ain't hearing it. He already know their spirit. He already know their heart. But this the prayer I'm gonna be praying, and I'm pretty sure all the other brothers gonna be praying. Give me that in Jeremiah, the last verse, the last precept, 18 and 19.
Jeremiah 18, 19. This is Jeremiah 18 and verse 19. It says, give heed to me, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me.
See, this is the prayer that I pray to the Lord. That you got all these niggas out here always want to scoff and mock the prophets. Here we is delivering you a message from the Lord that can save your life. But they don't want to hear it. They just want to mock and scoff. So let's keep reading on it.
And it says in verse 20, shall evil be recompensed for good?
Keep going.
It says, for they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them and to turn away thy wrath from them.
So you got Jeremiah, he tired of all the bullshit that these Israelites coming with. Here it is, they trying to dig a pit for him to fall in.
Yep.
Trying to persecute Jeremiah. And here it is, he trying to deliver you in the right way.
Yep.
But same thing right now, we telling our people what's the right way to go. This is life right here. If you keep following after America, they're gonna lead to death.
Yep.
But here it is, they'll set a pit for us. They scoff and mock. Just because we tell you the truth, we your enemy. Keep going.
Yep, it says in verse 21, it says, therefore, deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood.
Hey, Jeremiah said, deliver their children up to the famine. That's what I want to see. Shit, I want to see your kids starving.
Yeah.
Cause you said, man, let the blood be on our children.
Yeah.
You didn't want to choose the Lord to be your king. So I want to see that shit happen to you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep, and it says, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword.
Man.
And that's a twofold, man. Hey, by the nuclear military, man. Hey, people being gunned down.
Drones.
Man, drones happening. Keep going on it.
Yep, and it says, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows. And, hey man, hey bro, that widows kind of remind me of that draft.
Yeah.
The Lord
Yeah.
gonna take y'all men away from y'all, man. y'all gonna be fucking humble.
Exactly.
You know?
And you gonna have these little thoughts. They like these hood niggas. A lot of these niggas gonna be gunned down, man, when Esau come in like a flood, come in with them troops. You gonna be laying a whole lot of you niggas down. Keep going.
Yep, and it says, and be widows, and let their men be put to death.
Let their men be put to death. Boy, they're gonna be a sight to see, seeing you wanna be hard niggas be put to death in those days. Pooh Shiesty. NBA Youngboy clones. Man, I'ma love to see that.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And it says, and let their young men be slain by the sword in battle.
So you're gonna have a lot of men, hey, when they go to war, they're gonna die in that battle. Cause America, man, they ain't fit for war. You got too many moles and models all in war. Yep. Russia trying to go. America, no. It's over with for them.
Women in the military.
Yeah, women. So this is the prayer that, hey, I'm pretty sure every brother is praying for in these times. Let the multitude perish that was born in vain. So I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.